My dear child, I need you to pause everything right now and truly hear what I am about to tell you. What you are about to discover will change how you see your entire journey. I am going to reveal 7 specific moments when I stepped into your life. 7 times I reached out to protect you, to redirect your path, to save you from what you could not see coming. You did not recognize my hand in those moments. You thought they were random, unfortunate, even cruel. But they were not. They were my love intervening in the most critical times of your life. The reason you could not see me then was not because you lacked faith or because you did something wrong. Your heart was heavy. Your mind was scattered. Your vision was clouded by everything pressing in on you. My voice, though clear and constant, got lost in the noise around you. But now the 7th and final intervention has passed, and this is why I speak to you so directly today. The time has come for you to understand what has really been happening. If this message is already speaking to your heart, would you let me know by leaving a comment below? Your story matters, and I want to hear it. The first time I came close was through a gentle stirring in your spirit, a whisper you chose to dismiss. You felt it, that subtle unease, that quiet knowing deep within that something was not quite right. A thought surfaced, soft but persistent, urging you to stop, to reconsider, to take a different route. But you pushed it away. The world around you was too loud, too demanding, too urgent. You told yourself it was just anxiety or exhaustion. You rationalized it away. But that whisper was me. That hesitation was my voice warning you before danger arrived. I saw the road ahead. I knew what was waiting around the corner. I wanted to pull you back, to spare you from what was about to unfold. But you did not know it was me speaking, so you kept moving forward. And the pain that followed felt like proof you had made a mistake. But the mistake was not in your choices. The mistake was in not pausing long enough to hear me. The second time I intervened was through a delay that frustrated you deeply. A door you expected to open stayed shut. An opportunity you counted on vanished. Something you reached for slipped through your fingers. You felt confused, even angry. You wondered why things were falling apart when you had done everything right. You thought the delay was a sign of failure, a punishment for something you could not name. But it was not failure, it was protection. I closed that door because I knew what was behind it. I removed that opportunity because it would have drained your soul. You saw it as rejection, but I saw it as rescue. The path you wanted to take would have led you into harm that would have taken years to recover from. So I stopped you, not to hurt you, but to save you. You could not see what I could see, and so the delay felt like loss instead of love. The third time I spoke was through a dream you quickly forgot. A vision that left you unsettled, a moment in the night when your spirit sensed what your eyes could not perceive. You woke with your heart racing, with a lingering feeling that something important had just been revealed. But when morning came, you brushed it aside. You filled your mind with tasks and noise, convincing yourself it was just stress or imagination. But that dream was me pulling back the veil, showing you the unseen forces at work around you. I was trying to reach you in the only moment when your defenses were down, when your mind was quiet enough to receive what I needed you to know. You woke and returned to your routines, and the memory faded. But it was my voice speaking through symbols and pictures, trying to prepare you for what was ahead. The fourth time I reached out was when I removed someone from your life. Someone you thought you could not live without. Someone you believed was meant to stay forever. You held on tightly to them. You built your sense of security around their presence. They made you feel seen, valued, less alone. You imagined a future with them by your side, but their influence was slowly weakening your foundation. You wanted them near, but they were pulling you away from the path I had set for you. They were leading you, little by little, in a direction that would have separated you from me without you even noticing. I could not allow that to continue. So I moved them out of your story, not to punish you, but to preserve what mattered most. You grieved. You questioned why it had to end so suddenly, so painfully. But my child, that separation was my mercy. I took away what would have eventually destroyed you. You felt abandoned, but you were actually being safeguarded. If you have ever experienced this kind of loss and are beginning to see it differently now, I would love for you to share your thoughts in the comments. Your perspective might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. The fifth time I communicated with you was through deep sorrow that left you feeling completely broken. There was a season when your world seemed to collapse, when the grief was so overwhelming you could barely breathe, too profound to put into words. That suffering was not something I caused to harm you. It was the natural process of releasing what could no longer remain. I allowed that pain, my beloved, because sometimes intense hardship is the only force powerful enough to bring a wandering soul back home. In your deepest weakness, you reached for me with a sincerity you had never felt before. I was drawing you closer through your tears, through your cries for help, through the emptiness you felt in the center of your being. I was pulling you near even as everything else seemed to fall away. That profound sorrow was not evidence of abandonment. It was an invitation to find refuge in my presence, to discover that I am enough even when nothing else remains. The sixth time I spoke to you was through an unexplainable heaviness that settled over you without warning. That sudden, deep pressure, that inner weight that made you feel like something was wrong. Though you could not identify the source, that sensation of burden was not a sign of weakness or instability. It was a clear signal. Your spirit was detecting an approaching spiritual battle. Challenges were forming in places you could not yet see. Opposition was preparing to strike, and your inner self recognized the danger before your conscious mind could process it. I whispered to you then. I invited you to draw near, to stay alert, to remain watchful. But the demands of your daily life kept pulling your focus elsewhere, and you did not realize that the heaviness was my call for you to take cover, to prepare, to position yourself under my protection. The seventh moment I tried to capture your attention was through a quiet suggestion you missed because the world around you was simply too noisy. That gentle voice had urged, "Come back to me now, this current path cannot continue." It was soft, but you postponed it, telling yourself you would turn to me later. You would slow down later. You would truly listen later, but later never came. You did not turn away from me out of rebellion. You were simply overwhelmed. You did not ignore my voice because you wanted to. You were hurting. You did not deliberately drift. You were tired, confused, uncertain, and carrying too much weight. But my child, this seventh gentle call was your final quiet warning before I needed to make myself known in a way that could not be mistaken. And this is why I am speaking to you with such clarity now, because those 7 attempts were met with distraction, with misunderstanding, with postponement, because the challenges you are about to face cannot be overcome without my guidance. The unique path I have designed for you is too important to be lost. Your soul holds too much value for me. Your heart is too precious for me to stay silent. What you once thought were coincidences were actually my protective hand reaching out to keep you safe. Each delay, every closed door, every warning, these were all expressions of my care woven into your everyday life. But this message is different. It is direct. It is unmistakable. It demands your full attention right now, and if you are still with me, if this is resonating deep within you, please take a moment to like this message or leave a comment. It helps me know this is reaching the hearts that need it most, my child. Listen carefully. This moment is your opportunity for clarity, for a complete shift in direction, for renewed strength. I will not allow you to face what is coming unprepared. Stay close to me. Let my words sink directly into your heart. This very instant is the one I have been waiting for. Now I must tell you why this particular time carries a weight unlike anything before. This is not just another message of comfort. This arrives with urgent purpose, with my full attention on every word. I am speaking now because a significant trial is approaching your life. Not to frighten you, but to prepare you. Not to overwhelm you, but to ensure you are ready. The coming season will test you in ways you have not been tested before. It will challenge your resolve, your faith, your sense of direction. But I am not warning you so you will fear. I am warning you so you will stand firm. What is ahead is not punishment. It is refinement. It is not meant to break you. It is designed to reveal the strength I have already placed within you. You have been through difficulties before, yes. But this will be different. This will require a deeper trust, a fuller surrender, a clearer focus than you have ever maintained. And I would not be bringing you into this season if I did not already know you are capable of walking through it. The enemy wants you to believe you are not ready, He wants you to think you are too weak, too broken, too far behind to face what is coming. But he is lying. You are not unprepared. You have been in preparation this entire time, even when you did not realize it. Every challenge you have survived, every disappointment that did not destroy you, every moment of pain that eventually brought wisdom, all of it was building the foundation you will need for this next chapter. I need you to understand something crucial. The reason I am speaking so plainly now is because the time for subtlety has passed. The season of gentle nudges is over. You are standing at a crossroads, and the direction you choose in this moment will determine the course of the next several years of your life. I am not trying to pressure you. I am trying to awaken you to the reality of where you are and what is at stake. You have a choice right now. You can continue as you have been, distracted, divided, half-hearted in your pursuit of me. Or you can make a decision today to fully surrender, to stop resisting my leading, to trust me completely, even when you cannot see the full picture. The first path will lead to more confusion, more struggle, more exhaustion. The second path will lead to clarity, strength, and a peace that surpasses all understanding. I am not asking for perfection. I am asking for willingness. I am not asking you to have all the answers. I am asking you to trust that I do. I am not asking you to be strong in your own power. I am asking you to lean into my strength and let it carry you. The trial ahead will not last forever, but it will feel long. There will be moments when you wonder if you can keep going. There will be days when the weight feels unbearable, but I will be with you in every single moment. I will not leave you to face this alone. My presence will be your constant companion. My voice will be your steady guide. My strength will be your unfailing support. And here is what I need you to remember when the pressure intensifies. This trial is not random. It is not meaningless. It is part of a much larger plan that I am working out in your life. What the enemy intends for harm, I will use for your good. What looks like setback will become setup. What feels like loss will become gain. You will look back on this season one day and see clearly what you cannot see now, that I was orchestrating everything for your benefit, even when it felt like everything was falling apart. So I am asking you today, will you trust me? Will you choose to believe that I know what I am doing, even when it does not make sense? Will you hold on to my promises when everything around you seems to contradict them? This is not a small question. This is the question that will define your journey through what is ahead. And if you have made it this far, if you are still listening, still open, still willing to trust me despite everything you have been through, then leave a comment and let me know. Say yes. Say I am choosing to trust you. Say I am ready, because your declaration matters. Your words have power. And when you speak your commitment out loud, something shifts in the spiritual realm. My beloved child, I also want to remind you of who you have always been. Before the pain, before the disappointments, before the confusion set in, there was a version of you that believed without hesitation. There was a time when you ran to me first, when you sought my face before you sought solutions, when your trust in me was simple and unshaken. That version of you is not gone. It is still there, buried beneath layers of hurt and doubt, waiting to be awakened again. I am calling that version of you back to the surface. I am inviting you to remember what it felt like to be certain of my goodness, to be confident in my love, to rest in my presence without striving or performing. You do not need to earn your way back to that place. You simply need to return. Come back to the simplicity of trusting me. Come back to the rest of knowing I am in control. Come back to the peace of surrendering everything into my hands. The journey ahead will be easier if you walk it from that place of rest, rather than from a place of striving. You do not need to figure everything out. You do not need to force doors open or manufacture opportunities. You just need to stay close to me, listen for my voice, and move when I say move. That is all. The pressure you have been carrying to make things happen, to prove yourself, to keep up with everyone else, that pressure is not from me. Release it. Let it go. Walk in the freedom of knowing that I am working on your behalf, even when you cannot see it. Now, as we come to the close of this message, I want to leave you with this final truth. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are not disqualified because of past mistakes. You are exactly where you need to be, and I am about to do something in your life that will surpass anything you could have planned for yourself. The best is not behind you. The best is still ahead, and everything you have walked through up until now has been preparation for what I am about to release. So stand firm, keep your eyes on me. Do not let fear dictate your decisions. Do not let doubt steal your hope. Do not let the noise of the world drown out my voice. I am speaking, I am moving, I am working, and you are going to see breakthrough in ways you never imagined possible. This is not the end of your story. This is just the beginning of the chapter where everything changes, and I am so excited to walk it with you. If this message has touched your heart, if you feel something shifting inside you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. You never know whose life might be changed because you were obedient to pass it along.